Hi, Peter Bernstein, Senior Editor of TMCnet.com. We are here at ITEXPO East, just off the show floor in beautiful, sunny, warm Miami Beach. I am delighted to be joined by R.H. Raza, who is the founder and CEO of Fiber Mountain.
Thank you.
For those who are not familiar, Fiber Mountain is a startup that is busy helping transform the data center. So let's start there, Raza. Let's talk about what do you mean by transforming the data center?
Well, Peter, as you said, first of all, it's a beautiful area here in Miami Beach, and it's a great conference. Met a lot of people here, and it's just been wonderful being here. So what do we mean by transforming the infrastructure? Right.
Thank you for the correction, by the way. The infrastructure, not just data centers.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we're focused on data centers, but it's really changing the network infrastructure. And what we look at is, we've been building network infrastructures from switches and routers and servers and so on for a long time. And today with newer technologies, there's an opportunity to transform from a perspective of not do the same old stuff, be able to put less hardware and scale our networks even larger than what we do today. But at the same time, Peter, we've got to do it in such a way that we can migrate a network or coexist with an incumbent network or a data center.
So
network.
You just said the key word, network, right? Because when you look at the three pillars of a data-centric world, which is where we're going, there's compute, there's storage, and there's networking. Networking has been the laggard.
Correct.
And networking is when a CIO is looking at, I do have a sense of urgency that I have to change things because of the tsunami of traffic that's unpredictable that's heading my way, and all these applications and everything else. Is that now becoming a top priority of theirs to look at the network as the place where they need to invest now?
So Peter, the last decade or more than that, if we were to look at how much money server virtualization or compute virtualization has saved our networks, it's tremendous amounts, right? And what did that virtualization really mean? Certainly we can put many virtual machines or VMs inside a host computer, but if you look at it on a wider spectrum, it changed things. It changed things in the way that these virtual environments are software controlled. They're not as hardware centric. You've got a different element of the services and the labor and that goes in them. You can program vast numbers of servers via software and control them. In other words, we shifted the control and management plane to a central entity. Networks are going through the same. Why do we have to spend so much time and so many dollars in architecting our networks, and they're not agile at all? Today, if you look at it, just a very simple example, take a top-of-rack switch. And top-of-rack switches yesterday had 48 10-gig ports down to the servers, 4 40-gig ports out towards the core of the network. We evolve with better technology, 48 10-gig ports to servers, maybe 12 40-gig ports out. But these are all very, very fixed architectures. We need to get to a more virtual environment where via software we're able to really architect our network or change it as we go.
Do we need to converge serving and routing and switching?
So I think they're coming closer as we move forward. We are, about 15 years ago or so, we used to have a central switching architecture, a place for switching happened, and our servers using copper used to connect in them. Then we created other switch aggregation points. We put end-of-row switches or top-of-rack switches, which only happened 5-6 years ago. And today, we have switching at the server hypervisor.
Right.
Certainly we have virtual switching there, but we've also got many architectures and many servers looking at an actual hardware-based switch solution at the server. So as we've been moving switching in itself closer and closer and closer to the server, In one way, I say that we need less switching at the core, more switch control in software closer to the server hypervisors, and certainly I believe the server itself plays a big role in packet routing.
Okay, so before I let you go, because I don't want to abuse the privilege here, your tagline is "Give us a row." What does that mean?
Well, thanks for the question, because when we go to data centers today, we certainly understand that there is a infrastructure. The CIO or the network administrators have a network that's in production and it's running. What we ask them is, give us a part of your network. Let us build a row in your existing data center. What you will see, half the cost, twice the performance, twice the capacity, and you will see a difference in our technology. You'll have less, maintenance dollars you'll be spending in the long run. Let us coexist with your environment today, and you will see a much faster, better network.
So two important messages. Try us, you'll like us, number one. And number two, new doesn't mean you're throwing out the old.
Absolutely.
It just means that we're giving you the opportunity to gracefully migrate to a future that you're going to have to accommodate.
Well put. That is exactly what it means.
Thank you. Have a great show, and always a delight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.